This video will be on compass bearings, and in our last video we looked at true bearings, and a true bearing is just a 3-figure number, and a bearing is a measure of direction, or it's a measure of turn. And so compass bearings are exactly the same thing, another measure of turn, another measure of direction, just written slightly differently. So with true bearings you need 3 figures. They must be measured from north, and the direction you turn is clockwise. Let's have a look at compass bearings, because you'll need to know the difference. Not exactly the same as true bearings. So the features of compass bearings are that, firstly, they are measured from north or south line. So not exactly like a true bearing where you're always measured from the north line. With compass bearings, you can start your measuring from the north line or from the south line. Then the format is we have north or south as being our first direction. The next thing we will have is an acute angle. So we can see the acute angle there, followed by another direction, which will have to be east or west. Let's have a look at some examples. They'll make sense, I think, once you see how it works. So if I want the bearing of A, I can see that A is closer to the north line, so I am going to start this true bearing with this compass bearing, with an N. Okay. The next thing you need is the measure of turn. Well, from the north line, I turn 40 degrees to get to A. So that will be my angle. And I'm turning towards east. So east is my second direction. To find the compass bearing of B, you can see that I am closer to the south line. The tricky thing here, though, is we don't have the measure of turn. But I do have this 70 degrees, which means the measure of turn that is left over, if this is a right angle from here to here, will be 20 degrees. So I'm starting at the south line, I'm turning 20 degrees, and the direction I'm turning is towards east. Let's have a look at the last two bearings. I want the compass bearing of C. Well, we can see that I'm going to start on the south line, and I will need to turn this angle, which is 55 degrees, and I am turning towards the west line. Last one will be D. So if I look at D, I'm definitely starting with the north line, and the angle I'm turning is here. Now, I don't have it, but I can find it because I know that this is 38 degrees. So if I do 90 minus 38, I take away 30, that's 60, take away another 8, it's 52. So it'll be north 52 degrees, and I'm turning towards the west. Something else you can be asked to do is to draw a compass bearing, and that's where we're heading. We're going to be solving problems where we have to draw our own diagram. So you will definitely need to know how to draw a bearing. So for these compass bearings, if I need to draw the compass bearing of north 27 degrees east, first thing I'm going to do is start with a north line, and then I want to turn 27 degrees towards the east. Well, here's the east direction, so 27 degrees doesn't have to be perfect, maybe around about there. I'm turning 27 degrees towards the east line. If I wanted to draw a compass bearing of south 39 degrees west, well, first I'll start with the direction south, which is here, and west, which is over here, and I will need to start from the south line and turn 39 degrees. So that measure of turn will be here. I'm turning 39 degrees. Hopefully this is clicking in your head. If it is, I would pause the video, draw the last two compass bearings, and then unpause it to see if your answers are the same as mine. So I'm going to proceed. You can pause now if you want, and I'm going to fill in the answers to the last two questions. So the compass bearing here, the south 15 degrees east, well, I'm going to draw my south line, which is here, and I need to turn 15 degrees towards the east. Well, east is over here, so 15 degrees will be this angle here, which I will label. And finally, north 46 degrees 20 minutes west. Well, I need my north line, and I'm going towards the west. West is over here, north is here. 46 degrees is practically in the middle, so I'm going to draw my 46 degrees, 20 minutes, and it starts from here and ends there. Drawing the arc, I think, is quite important. It shows that you know exactly where the angle is, so please make sure that you mark that arc on your diagrams, as well as the two key directions involved.